Yes, wherever you are, welcome. Welcome wherever you are. Let me take you through. Look at this Form 4 Mangu High July mock English paper 1. We want to see what they predicted in the functional writing. Let's look at the functional writing and what they predicted. For Kcse 2026, they predicted this. You are the secretary of the World Club in your school. The chairperson has requested you send out a notice of the second meeting to plan for the forthcoming World Environmental Day. During the meeting, you will need to appoint the coordinator of the event, set the day for the planting day, for the tree planting day, decide on the t-shirts to buy for the event, and discuss the budget for the event. A. Write the notice for the meeting, which you should send to members of the World Club. 10 marks. Write the agenda that you would attach to the notice. So you can see that is the question. So the expected response. So this is what you should consider when writing a notice. The notice must be labeled. You must have the name here, notice. That is what must be there. Must have the name of the club issuing the notice at the top. You must indicate that it is a second meeting. You must state that it is meant for members of the named club. You must state that you must state the date, the day, the venue, and the time of the meeting. The days are just Monday. Then you write 28th November 2023. That is the way you should put it. Then it should be written in formal, precise language. Bear an indication of who issued the notice, that is the secretary, need not to be signed. It must have borders to enhance the appearance. You see, that is how you should write the notice. Now let me give you a sample paper. So this is how it should be. A notice is not something very big. Notice BD High School World Club to all World Life members. See the way it is precisely written. Notice is here given to the second meeting of the BD High School World Life Club meeting to be held on Monday, 28 November 2023 in the school dining hall at this time to discuss the matters of the agenda attached here. Vadin, the World Club Secretary. So you don't need to sign, then you have to have this flame. You must then cross the notice like that, and you get your 10 marks free very easily. Now let's just look at the agenda. You are supposed to write here the agenda. So the agenda, the agenda must be separate from the notice, must have the heading of the club, must indicate that it is an agenda, must show the evidence that this is a follow-up meeting, that is the second meeting. So this is an example of the agenda, and you write it separate. You don't mix. So you write BD High School World Club agenda. The following items on the agenda will be discussed during the second meeting scheduled for 28, this one, that here. So the preliminaries, confirmation of the previous minutes, matters arising, appoint the event coordinator, set the date for the tree planting, decide on the t-shirt to be bought, discuss the budget for the event, and other business, then adjournment. The secretary, Geoffrey Jamie World Club. You see, that is how you should write an agenda, and you have your 10 marks. Thank you, very important. Let me show you the Cloze test. The Cloze test, this is Mangu Cloze test as in the prediction. Minutes are a record of the dash at a meeting. Usually, minutes dash written while the meeting is dash progress, and the secretary must have an attempt to dash and write the second time without missing. Dash on any important point of jeopardizing the accuracy. Minutes are dash records of for the sake of the future reference. Dash they are written in correct grammar. Usually they are written in the dash voice so as to avoid mentioning dash names because the decisions made at the meeting are dash groups decisions. So you fill and get how many will you get if it was this, if this is what you met in an exam, how many will you score? Let's get the answers and see how many you will score right. So have you done it? You have your answers with you? Let's check together. Minutes are records of the proceedings of a meeting. Usually, minutes are written while the meeting is in progress, and the secretary must have an attempt to listen and write at the same time without missing out on any important points or jeopardizing the accuracy. Minutes are formal records for the sake of the future reference, hence they are written in correct grammar. Usually they are written in a passive voice so as to avoid mentioning people's or members' names because the decision made at the meeting are considered group decisions. Very important. How many did you score out of 10? Mark for yourself. Oral skills. What would you do in order to capture the audience's attention before narrating this story? If you were to perform this story, how would you say the words of the mother? How would you sustain the attention of the audience? Identify and underline the silent letters in each of the following words. So you drum, clapping loudly, clearly, your total noise, blow, whistle, tap, the service, give, and cut. That's how you could have started. I could use verbal cue, varying my tone variation, shouting to show anchor. Effective tone variation, effective use of gestures, effective use of facial expressions. And the silent, the silent letters, Student must underline the silent letters.